Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois, and welcome back to Material Energy Hypercubed. This mod pack. This mod pack is brutal. And so, alright, how to explain this? So I have been spending the last couple of days, 2 days, quite literally AFKing all day, all night. Sitting in that minecart right there, waiting for wheat. I currently have 12,000 wheat, and I'm currently making a couple sextuple cookies. It's pretty bad. It's really bad, actually. But what's the problem? So the problem is we need an octuple cookie. To make one octuple cookie, which I set up the recipe for, we need almost 6 million wheat and another 2.5 million cocoa beans. That's insane. And it's taking forever. Even with this giant farm, which has all but one. This guy does not have the reinforced watering can because I put it over here to get more cocoa beans. Yeah, this is insane. Other things I've been working on. I was using the end swirl to get a bunch of resident ender. That was actually going pretty well. Getting ender pearls. Oh, by the way, this machine is the phytogenic isolator, which allows you to it's basically an auto farm. You fill it with water and you give it power. It does not need blight, and you give it this rich phytogrow, which I made a bunch of, and it looks like I'm almost out. Which is just niter or saltpeter, I believe, also works. Yeah, pulverized charcoal and rich slag. Gives you a half a stack for each crafting. So I made a bunch of that and just making a bunch of wheat. Something else. It's just something else to add more. It doesn't give you that much. So I'll probably stop using it after it runs out. But it's a thing we can do. But no, so I was using the resident ender to get a bunch of ender pearls. All of these guys are pretty much ready. I've got this awesome Tartarite lumber axe, and I've been growing giant jungle trees and breaking those, and just all sorts of things, just to try to get as much of the resources we need for the insane quests. And yeah, so I'll be honest, I was kind of giving up. Like, what am I doing wrong? So I went to the YouTubes, and I was looking around for anything. Hey, we got a couple extra seeds. That's nice. That's why I have this giant farm. We got 3 extra seeds because I believe there are 32 here. So we got 3 extra ender lilies, which we can then melt down into more ender pearls. Each one is like 16 ender pearls each. It's not bad. So yeah, ender pearls are actually, we're at 7,000 out of 10,000. Charcoal blocks, we have a little over 1,000. That's going to be something we're going to auto farm a little bit better, which using this Tartarite lumber axe should be pretty easy. What were the other things we needed? So, lost in time. Let's see, the sugar canes are going to be a pain. Sand, I've been getting a bunch of sand. I got about 3,000 sand. But there's ways to get sand that's not too bad, including the one spatial storage. But so I was giving up, and so I went and looked at a series I watched a long time ago because I don't remember. So I watched Direwolf and Pahamar play an earlier version of this map. And Direwolf 20 is kind of known for, he likes setting up automation, but he doesn't like the super grindy stuff. So I didn't remember him kind of raging at this mod pack because of the octuple. I remember them stopping because they weren't going to make them, but the 50 that you need for this quest, I remember they weren't going to do that. But I remember them having Torcherinos, but not raging about it. Well, the secret lies in here. So what I want to do, I want to grab a drum. Doesn't really matter just grab, wow, I have a stack of drums. Let's just grab an empty drum. We're going to grab our handy dandy fluid vac, which I love this thing. This thing is kind of awesome. And we're going to come in here and this is, oh, what is this area called? I don't remember now. Redstone Meltdown. Yeah, the secret is in the Redstone Meltdown. Also, there's zombies, because inside teleports mobs everywhere, and even in our base. Yeah, it's not fun. So we need to come down here. And something we never did. You can swim in this, by the way. This is liquefacted coal. And you can just take all this stuff away. And it will drain. No problem. We're also up here now. It'll take a little bit, but it'll drain. So let's go ahead and do that to all of these, because why not? We'll just take all the liquefacted coal. In fact, we can just fly up here and do this. So, I don't think there's a bunch of it. Liquefacted coal, by the way, is pretty useful stuff. Hey, there is a basic reward bag right here. It's almost like there's treasures in here that I've missed. Yeah, spoilers. There's treasures in here that I missed. And I have no regret saying that I looked this up. There's another chest right over here, it looks like. What's in you? Another basic reward bag. Cool. So yeah, I have no shame in saying that I looked this up. But the secret lies behind these. There's another chest. I bet it has a basic reward bag. Watch, it has a legendary. Oh, it's a good one. Okay, that's slightly better. So yeah, we're back at the beginning. I will probably pick up all of these guys as well later. Because why not? And let's just kind of look and see. Let's just come down here. Now, as you see, the liquefacted coal has kind of run dry. I broke a block there. There was nothing there. You might already see it. There's a chest right there behind the liquefacted coal. Now, here's the thing. It's pretty much impossible to see those chests with the liquefacted coal still there. And by pretty much impossible, I mean it actually is. You can't see it. But it's there. Just checking the little troughs. And this is the chest. This is the chest that makes me hate the past couple of days for me. And I do mean days. I have been AFKing for solid days. Because there's 4 octuple compressed cookies in this chest. So we have our first 4 octuple compressed cookies. We can start working on getting everything taken care of. That was just a big show with the liquefacted coal, by the way. Don't really care about that stuff. I'm probably going to condense all those liquids, and we might actually store them somewhere. Might destroy some of these farms, probably this set of farms, and just have a wall of all of the liquids, condense them all into different drums and whatnot. So, yeah, we have our cookies, which means we can make our first Torcherino. So let's put those in there, and let's open these basic reward bags. Some cake, bone shurikens, and the good one has a mini-me. Okay, don't care. So we can make Torcherinos now. Torcherinos are pretty easy to make. Octuple compressed cobblestone, octuple compressed cookie, and ludicrate. So we don't have the ludicrate. Inverted Torcherino. I guess that makes things go slower. So the ludicrate, there's 2 recipes. We're gonna go with the how many nether stars do we have? We have a lot of nether stars. We might as well make this one. So we just need some plutonium. To get plutonium, we need a cyanite reprocessing. So let's go ahead and get that. Cyanite reprocessor. So we're just missing 2 pistons, which I believe are on autocraft. So yeah, I have been spending the last couple of days trying to get cookies, and yeah, it turns out didn't need to. Cyanite reprocessor, it takes cyanite, which we'll just do 10. We'll need buckets of water as well. And we just do this, and it will reprocess it into plutonium. Cyanite is a waste product from the reactor, so this is how you're supposed to get plutonium. We don't need much of it, so not that big of a deal. So let's just go ahead and do Nope, that's not how you spell it. Is it an I? Yeah. We need a ludicrate block. We're going to use the nether star recipe just because why not? We're only going to make one of these, so I don't really care too much. It needs a bucket of water each. So it needs 3 more buckets. It takes 2 cyanite to make 1 plutonium. Pretty easy thing. It just takes a minute. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead. I'm going to kind of explore all of the spatial storage areas and clear them out of whatever I can find. Let's go back to Swirl. And perfect. So I'm just going to grab this guy, because I want to make the rest of the ender pearls, and I also want to see if something works. So as you can see, I have been collecting a lot of this stuff. It's not too bad to do, so all you have to do is figure out where it's at, and then just kind of do rows. Zombies and skeletons. Skeletons are the worst. They like to shoot at you, but if the stuff teleports inside here, it's probably going to teleport around. They do end up taking fall damage, which is nice. The only kind of trick is that they can show up in the base. They teleport around the area, but they will typically take fall damage until they don't touch the resident ender anymore. But whatever, doesn't really matter too much to us. We just need to get as much of this stuff as we can carry, and yeah, I've kind of cut a lot of the stuff here. Just go along the middle, and everything will fall down, because this area is still pretty dangerous. I never cleaned it up, but it doesn't matter too much. So let's just grab all this, and let's get out of here. So yeah, I will probably like break stuff in here. There's a lot of stuff in here. And then all we have to do is just place this guy right here, and he'll cast things out. So ludicrate block. As far as I'm aware, that's the only way to get ludicrate. There is no like reprocessor. I don't know if there is any chemical stuff, but it doesn't seem like it. Let's pop down here. Just want to see if any mobs kind of came down here. I don't see any, so that's fine. The other thing I've been doing is killing kittens. Killing the wither cats, just to try to get more stuff. But no, so we should be able to make the Torcherino now. So there we go, our very first Torcherino, and the last one that we're probably ever going to craft. So we need to manually submit that. It is a consume task, but we get it back, and a reward back. So already have the octuple compressed. We're going to get a bunch of that back. So we have 20 legendaries and 1 epic, plus 11 Torcherinos. First thing I'm going to do, we're going to place a Torcherino right here, and radius, so you can change the radius. 3x3 is fine, because we just want this to process faster, and then we can change the speed to a 400% increase. So it basically ups the game ticks in the area that you designate. It is insanely powerful. And it's a 3x3. Yes, so it does layer above it and the layer below it. And in a set area. So this 3x3 is just going to make this go very fast. It'll drain through this resin ender pretty quickly, and everything will be great. So what we can do, let's go ahead and start getting sugarcane. So what we're going to do is we're going to break these torches. And this is going to get insane. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we just right click, 400% increase. Yeah. 400% increase. God, that is insane. Alright, I'm going to break the other ones. I'm just going to have the one in the middle. And we can go look, because this is the magic of this. God, that is really loud and annoying, and I hope it doesn't break my game. That is actually a concern at this point. But if we look at sugarcane, yeah, I would say we're getting sugarcane at a decent pace. Now, granted, we need, what, 1 million? We need 1 million. But in just a little bit of time I took to look, we got over 1,000. So I think this is going to be the key. Coupled with everything else. So what we can do is we can put these on the side, like so. Increase the range. And do that. Now, one of the big things that we're going to want to do is, yeah, I might need to make smaller farms. The reason being is this guy cannot keep up. Yeah, this is a little insane. So what we might do is make smaller farms, and that'll be something we'll do another time. I have an idea of making this a lot easier, a lot simpler, but it's going to take a little bit of time for me to prepare it. So just in that little bit of time, how many sugar canes? We got 13,000. We've almost doubled our sugarcane production since we started. So these Torcherinos are really powerful, in case you haven't figured that out. That's why they're so difficult to make. So, let's do some other things. So first of all, let's grab an octuple compressed cookie, just one, and I want to see if we can finish the bake to win. So octuple compressed cookies, we have to craft one. So we put this one here, get the septuples, and there's the octuple. So craft, and that'll give us 2 reward bags. Now there are some other. Okay, I'm going to turn this off for now. Yeah, I'm going to just turn that off for right now. I think going to the overworld might be a good idea for this, by the way. I'll set up some power there, and we'll set up, I'll take all of these. We might not even need these autonomous activators, to be honest. But we'll get just a bunch of farming stations, and I have ideas. We're going to make cookies using this guy. So what I'll probably also do is basically copy this and send it to the overworld as well, and we'll just have a cooking producing farm in the overworld. We'll get everything else beforehand. So there's 2 more legendaries. We have 22 legendaries. Well, let's buy some bags. So we need an epic, so we need a sextuples, and legendary, that's a septuple. And everything else here is complete. So we're just going to break this guy up. And we're going to get the epic and the legendary. And that should be everything in Bake to Win. So all we need to do is Lost in Time. Now, I have some bad news. I believe there's another part of this quest. But we'll find that out, and we'll deal with it when we get there. So it's not that big of a concern. We have so many cookies. We just need 50 of the octuples, and that is still insane. But we can at least make the octuple again. So yeah, we're gonna stop using applied energistics for cookie production. It's going to be easier to use Steve's Factory Manager. That's just it. So it's gonna be faster, I believe. So we have a legendary and we have 2 epics. So let's open our 23 legendary reward bags. A bunch of Yellorium. Alrighty then. Where you get a bunch of vibrant capacitor banks. That is actually really useful. So we have well over a stack of vibrant capacitor banks. We might not need any like power in the overworld. The reason I want to go to the overworld, by the way, is dirt's easy and there's plenty of room to set up. So, wow. We got another reinforced watering can. That's really nice. So I'll put that up there. Don't need the bucket. Okay. Cursed blade. Okay. Wow, that is a really good cleaver, I think. It does 11 attack damage. It's not that great, but it's got a lot of stuff on it. Bunch of hyper energy node transfers. Or hyper energy transfer nodes. There we go. There's something in this. Don't I have an ME chest just for this purpose? Let's put it right. Yeah, it only needs power. Let's put it right here. So, what is wrong with it? Okay, let's, I guess, put it right here. That is a lot of bacon. That is a billion bacon to the point where it's actually full. It's got more bytes than it can actually have. Well then, we'll just put that in there. I can't. Okay. So, we'll put that in the chest over here. That's kind of good. That has something in it as well. What does this have in it? It's got like slime balls or something. I guess let's keep the ME chest up. I just wish it had a better place. I guess we can put it here. Can we get a cable? Just use this. Doesn't really matter. Does that work? Yep, seems to. That's right. That had. Wait. Isn't that the victory monument item? Hold up, hold up, hold up. VM. One of these days, whoops. One of these days I will actually. Oh, hey, there's a bunch of blue slimes in here. One of these days I'll actually get all of the armors crafted and displayed. Okay, it was, but we already had it. Oh, Bonnie Bacon. We just got a bunch of that. So we've actually completed that as well. Alright. I don't know where these blue slimes are coming from, but they all need to die. And you. Alright, so we did just get Bonnie Bacon, so I guess that is most of the, I didn't realize that was a reward bag. I thought it was something that was, like, in another, I thought that it was a thing that was in a spatial storage, not in a, storage. So there's Bonnie Bacon. Okay, cool. So we've completed all of those. Let's go ahead, go back to the observatory, And yeah, let's keep opening. We have 16 more legendary reward bags. We have another cursed sword, another cursed sword, another reinforced watering can, and the Yellorium again. I'll just throw it on the ground. I actually need to, I don't know why I walked over there. I can't pick it up. I actually need to recharge my magnet. That is a thing I could probably do. But yeah, so we've got 2 reinforced watering can. That's kind of awesome. There is a dark plate that is super good. Protection 10 and Thorns 10. That's pretty good. There's the... Wow, that has a lot of stuff on it as well. So there's the boots that go with it. A cache full of basic reward bags. Alright, so another cache full of reward bags. Don't I have more of those? If I can spell cache. Pufferfish fence. Fusion walls. Nope. You can use an autonomous activator to open those and get the contents, but not too concerned with that. So we have 8 more. Atlaris and Fairy. That's really good. There's the helm that has a lot of stuff on it. There's the leggings. So we got the full armor set. That's kind of cool, actually. A battle sign that is okay. Diamonds. I doubt that. Tardarite bolts. Another cleaver. And a short bow. So let's empty our inventory. And we have 2 epics, so what are we gonna get? Chandelier and the Nether. It says it has incorrect data, so chance to behead 70. That's not bad, and it's pretty fiery. But those were pretty bad. The legendaries were more fun. So let's go ahead, pop down here. Cancel out end swirl, and let's go ahead and load up diamonds. Wait, is it serious? No way. Okay, well, one thing we can do, that is actually serious. What the heck? I was expecting withers. Don't we have another one that's called diamonds? No, that's what one was called in the in Material Energy 3. It was actually just wither. Okay, before we do anything else, let's pop down and see. This guy needs a reinforced watering can, and these guys can take it as well. I don't believe it. I don't believe that it's actually diamonds. This game has made it hard for me to trust. Let's just use our it's going to open up at some point. And then there's gonna be nothing but like withers or something. No way. It is actually just diamonds. I don't believe it. We're gonna dig through. F7. These are fake or something. No, they seem like they're real diamonds. What in the world? Is there nothing but lava underneath here? Okay, this is actually just diamonds. I mean, to be honest, we don't really need them. But at the same time, I was expecting a troll. Let's just dig straight up until we reach the top. This is literally just a giant cube of diamonds. This is a little insane. Again, we don't really have any uses for them. And we can make plenty of bedrockium. Not super useful. We can make more angel rings. Like, that's needed. We can make a ton of carbon. That is probably the only thing that these are going to be super used for. And just making more stuff that we need. Like, I don't really know that we need too much of this stuff. What is that? Sword of the Barbarian. Yeah, this is a thing. There's plenty of things to make. Fireworks, building station to make stuff, retrieval nodes, more carbon nanotubes. Wow. Okay, so we have a ton of diamonds. And we never have to worry about that again. Okay, I was actually slightly concerned about the diamonds. But it would seem that it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so, this guy's still going super fast. We have... Let's go ahead and get our magnet back on. And then the secret with this is you just shift Q and throw everything into the air. And then put everything into the system, and ender pearls, we're at 8,500. So I will tell you guys what, I am going to do some preparation stuff, and I think the first thing I'm going to start working on is the ender pearls. We're going to get the rest of the ender pearls and the sugar, and there's some secrets that we're going to use to kind of make this a little bit easier. I'm going to use resonant caches to store this stuff, and I'll just export it out from the system. Won't be a problem. It'll clean up the system too, so I will get all of that stuff taken care of, and then next time we are going to start working on finishing up this quest, this map, and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!